Hello, and welcome to English 1314. This is a simple, graded reader story for A2 learners, and it is also a little practice for the shadowing technique. Shadowing means you listen and then you repeat what you hear right after the speaker, like a quiet echo that follows a voice. Please read slowly and repeat each small sentence after you hear it. Keep your mouth relaxed, copy the rhythm, and do not worry if you make a mistake. Every mistake is a step. Every step is progress. Now we begin the story. My name is Anna, and this is my story. I am 22 years old. I live in a small town with my mother and my little brother. I work in a bookstore because I like books and I like the smell of paper and ink. When I open a book, I feel calm. When I help a customer, I feel useful. Most days are quiet. Most days feel the same. But one day is different. That day starts with rain. It is a rainy morning. The sky is gray. The streets are wet. I wake up early and I hear the soft sound of rain on the window. I look at my phone. I see a message from my best friend, Maya. The message says, "Anna, please come to the airport today. I need you. 12 p.m., Terminal 3. There is no other detail. There is no joke. There is only this short message. I do not understand why she needs me. I try to call her, but her phone is off. I look at the clock. It is 10 in the morning. There are 2 hours left. I decide to go because she is my friend. I put on my jeans. I put on a pink jacket. I take my umbrella. I tell my mom that I must go to the airport. I say that Maya needs help. My mom looks worried. She tells me to be careful. She tells me to call if I need help. I walk to the bus stop. The air is cold. The rain is light but steady. The bus is full. There is no seat, so I stand near the door. I look out the window at the wet city. I see people with umbrellas. I see cars that move slowly. In the distance, I see planes in the sky. I think about Maya. I think about the time. Finally, I arrive at the airport. The airport is big and bright. The air is cool. The floor shines. People move fast with bags and suitcases. Voices mix together and make a busy sound. Some people laugh. Some people talk on the phone. Some people run. I look for Terminal 3. But the signs confuse me, so I walk for 10 minutes. When I get there, Maya is not there. I wait for 10 minutes. I wait for 15 minutes. I wait for 20 minutes. There is still no Maya. I start to feel nervous. I look around and try to stay calm. The airport is like a little world. It has food, shops, seats, and many doors. People say goodbye.
People say hello. Some people cry. Some people laugh. A child holds a red toy car. A woman wears a yellow scarf. A man reads a small book. A screen shows times and places. The names of cities look like stars in a dark sky. I stand in the middle and feel both small and strong. I see a girl near the window. She sits next to a suitcase. She is crying. I walk to her. I ask if she is okay. She looks up, and her eyes are red. She says that she missed her flight. She does not know what to do. I sit next to her. I tell her my name. I ask if I can help. She tells me her name is Sarah. She flew from another city to see her father, but she arrived late. Her plane is gone.
She feels lost. I give her a bottle of water from my bag. I listen to her. She tells me a little about her father. She tells me a little about her life. She says I am kind. I tell her she is strong because she talks and looks for help. Then my phone rings. The sound makes me jump. It is Maya. She asks where I am. I say that I am at Terminal 3. She says she is at Terminal 2. She says she is scared. She asks me to come fast. I tell Sarah that I must go. I wish her luck. I run to Terminal 2. My heart beats fast. My hands feel cold. My feet move quickly on the shiny floor. At Terminal 2, I see Maya. She sits on the floor and cries. I shout her name. She runs to me and hugs me. She says she did not know who to call. She says she is very scared. I ask what happened. She tells me that someone is following her. I am surprised. I ask who and why. She says she does not know. She says she saw a man on the bus who watched her in a strange way. When she got off the bus, he also got off the bus. She came into the airport to hide. I look around. There are many people. Maybe it is nothing, I say. Maybe she is just afraid. She shakes her head and points to a man. The man wears a black cap and a brown coat. He stands near the exit and looks at his phone. I feel a cold wave inside my body. I say that I will talk to him. But the man lifts his head. He sees us. He walks away
and disappears into the crowd. Now, I believe Maya. We sit for a moment. The chairs feel hard. The air feels heavy. We go to the help desk. We tell the staff what happened. They listen and call the airport police. They say they will check the cameras. We feel a little safe. Maya says I am a good friend. I tell her to send the right terminal next time, and we laugh a little. But we both know that the problem is not finished. We decide to go home. We walk outside. The rain is still falling. I open my umbrella. We get into a taxi. The seat is warm. I feel a little better. Then I look out the window and see the man again. He stands under a tree. He looks at our taxi. The taxi starts to move. Maya holds my hand. My heart beats again like a drum. I whisper to Maya that the man is still there. She looks and sees him too. Her eyes are wide. She asks if he will follow us. I say that I do not know, but we must be smart. I tell the driver to go to the main city mall, not to our home. The driver nods and changes the road. I look behind. A black car turns after us. I feel a chill in my back. We arrive at the mall. The building is big and full of lights. The doors open and warm air touches our faces. We pay the driver and go inside with many other people. The man parks and follows us. We walk into a shoe store. We walk into a clothing shop. Maya looks back and says he is still coming. I take her hand. We go to a security desk. We tell a guard that a man is following us. The guard looks serious. He asks us to show him the man. He walks to the man and speaks to him. The man says he is not following us. He says Maya is his sister. Maya shouts that it is not true. The guard calls 2 more guards. The man tries to run. The guards stop him. They call the police. We sit on a bench and wait. A kind lady brings us key. The police arrive. They ask many questions. They check the cameras in the mall. After some time, an officer returns. He says that the man followed us from the airport. He says they found photos of Maya on the man's phone. They also found her name and her address. Maya is shocked. She asks how this is possible. Who is the man? Why does he know her information? The police say that he may be a private detective. Maybe someone paid him to watch her.
Maya whispers that it may be her ex-boyfriend. She broke up with him last month. He was angry. The officer says they will check. He says we are safe now. After some hours, the police let us go. They will call us if they need us again. We leave the mall. The rain is soft now, like a gentle song on the ground. We take a taxi to our home. Maya sleeps on my shoulder. She looks tired and calm. When we reach our house, my mom opens the door. She hugs us. She says we are brave. That night, I cannot sleep. I think about the message, the airport, Sarah, the man with the black cap, and the long day. I feel proud that I helped a stranger. I feel proud that I protected my friend. I also feel small, but not weak. I feel small in a big world, and still, I can choose to be kind. I think about small details. I remember the color of the floor. I remember the soft light on the signs. I remember the smell of coffee near the gate. I remember the sound of wheels on hard ground. I remember Maya's hand holding mine. I remember the sound of my breath when I ran. I remember how the guard spoke in a strong voice. I remember how the lady brought us tea. These small things feel important. They are like little stones that build a safe path in my mind. 1 week later, something sweet happens. I am working in the bookstore. I wrap a book for a customer. Then I hear a voice say my name. I turn and see Sarah, the girl from the airport. She smiles and waves. She says she looked for my store and finally found it. She wants to say thank you again. We sit for coffee in a small corner of the shop. She tells me she saw her father that night. She tells me she now lives in our town. She does not have many friends here. She asks if we can be friends. I smile and say yes. We exchange numbers. We plan to meet again on Saturday. I feel happy. A hard day brought a new friend. In that week, I learn a clear lesson. Sometimes bad things happen. Sometimes we do not know why things happen. But when we are brave and when we help each other, good things can grow from fear. I went to the airport to help a friend. I found courage. I found new friendship. I found my own strength. I think about small details again. I remember the careful steps we took. I remember the plan we made. I remember the calm words from the officers. I breathe in and breathe out, and I feel safe. Now it is your turn to practice shadowing. Read the story again. Pause after each sentence. Repeat what you hear. Copy the voice. Copy the rhythm. Feel the emotion. Speak with clear sounds. Open your mouth. Move your lips. Keep going even if your voice is not perfect. You will grow step by step. When you shadow English, choose short parts. Repeat them 2 or 3 times. Do not read fast. Keep a steady speed. Listen for stress. Stress is the strong beat in a word. For example, In the word today, the second part is strong. In the word airport, the first part is strong. When you copy stress, your speech sounds clear. When you copy rhythm, your speech sounds natural. Drink water, relax your shoulders, and smile a little. Here is a short shadowing practice. Say the lines with me. I can speak. I can listen. I can repeat. I can breathe. I can learn. My voice is brave. My heart is calm. My steps are small and strong. I copy the sound. I copy the speed. I copy the feeling. I speak with care. I speak with joy. I speak with hope. When I feel afraid, I take simple steps. I look around. I breathe slowly. I speak to a person who can help. I stand near other people. I do not walk into a dark place. I keep my phone ready. I share my location with my mom. I remember that fear is a sign, not a master. I remember that a smart plan is better than fast panic. I think about small details again. I choose 3 small actions that I can do today. I can drink water. I can read for 10 minutes. I can call a friend and say hello. These actions look small, but they are strong. They move my life in a good way. The airport is like a little world again in my memory. I see the long lines, the bright boards, and the slow walk to each gate. I hear many languages. I smell bread and coffee. I do not only remember fear, I also remember kindness. I remember a worker who picked up a toy and gave it back to a child. I remember a man who held a door for a woman with a big bag. These moments are small lights. When I put them together, the day looks warm. When you study, you can also collect small lights. You can write down 3 good words you hear. You can write down 1 sentence that you like. You can try that sentence with your own story. Today, I went to the park. Today, I bought bread. Today, I read 1 page. These lines are simple. These lines are true. They build a road for your voice. The next morning, I opened the bookstore early. I turn the key. I push the door. I breathe in the smell of paper and coffee. I put new books on a wooden table. The covers are red, blue, and green. A small radio plays a soft song. A student comes in and asks for a grammar book. I help her find it. She smiles and says, "Thank you." An old man comes in and asks for a story with a happy ending. I show him a book with a lighthouse on the cover. He tells me he once lived by the sea. He says the sea is a teacher. I listen and learn.
Maya also makes changes. She blocks her ex-boyfriend on every app. She changes the phone settings on her phone. She sets strong passwords. She talks to a helper online. She takes a safety class at the community center. She learns to say stop with a strong voice. She learns to keep her chin up and her eyes open. She learns that she is not alone. 2 days later, the police call. They ask us to visit the station and sign a paper. We go together. The building is simple. The floor is clean. A fan turns slowly above us. An officer explains our rights in clear words. He says the man cannot come near Maya. He says the law will protect her. He gives us a number to call in an urgent time. We say thank you and go home by bus. On the bus, we sit by the window and watch the city pass by like a slow movie. Our city is not large, but it is full of stories. There is a park with tall trees and a pond with ducks. There is a bakery that sells warm bread at 6 in the morning. There is a street with small shops that shine at night. Children ride bicycles after school. A painter sits on a blue chair and draws the old church. A busker plays guitar near the fountain. Some notes are strong. Some notes are soft. I start a new habit. Every night, I write 3 lines in a small notebook. First, I write one thing I learned. Second, I write one thing I did well. Third, I write one thing I will try tomorrow. This habit is small, but it helps my mind rest. It is like a warm cup of tea for my thoughts. I also make a plan for my English shadowing. I choose a short story. I put on my headphones. I listen one time without speaking. I listen a second time and repeat every sentence.
You are a steady, beginner-friendly English voice for YouTube lessons. I stop the audio when I need more time. I move my lips in a big way. I open my mouth when I say long vowels. I record my voice and listen again. I choose one sound to improve each day. Some days I choose the sound th. Some days I choose the long e. Some days I choose word stress. Here is a small dialogue for practice. I say, "Hello, how are you today?" You say, "I am fine, thank you." I say, "Where are you going?" You say, "I am going to the airport." I say, "Do you need help?" You say, "Yes, I missed my flight." I say, "Let us ask for help at the desk." You say, "Thank you for coming with me." These lines are simple, but they are useful. Sometimes I walk slowly and repeat words in my head. Airport, ticket, gate, window, rain, taxi, mall, guard, police, safe. I put the words into small sentences. The rain is soft. The taxi is here. The guard is kind. I am not alone. This is a quiet way to practice. It feels like breathing. The rain in our town has many moods. Sometimes it is a hard drum on the roof. Sometimes it is a light whisper on the leaves. That day, it is patient. It stays for many hours and makes the ground clean. The air smells like wet stone and green grass. The road shines like a mirror. I also learn to map my feelings. When I am scared, my shoulders rise. When I am calm, my shoulders fall. When I am angry, my jaw is tight. When I am kind, my face is soft. I watch myself with care. I do not judge. I just notice. This small skill helps me speak more clearly because my body is not tense. Let us build more shadowing lines. I feel afraid, but I can make a plan. I feel lost, but I can ask for help. I feel small, but I can still be brave. I walk to the desk. I talk to the guard. I tell my story. I thank the people who help me. I rest and drink water. I call my family and tell them I am safe. Gratitude is also a practice. I say, thank you for the driver who listened. I say, thank you for the guard who acted. I say, thank you for the police who worked. I say, thank you for my mom who hugged us. I say, thank you for my voice that did not break. I say, thank you for my feet that kept moving. Sarah and I meet again on Saturday afternoon. We choose a small cafe near the river. We sit by the window. We drink tea with lemon. We share simple stories. She tells me about her father and his garden. She tells me about a small lemon tree that he planted last year. I tell her about the bookstore and the old man who loves happy endings. We decide to take short walks on the weekend and practice English together. On Sunday morning, we walk in the park. The path is wet from last night's rain. We see ducks in the pond and a dog that chases a stick. We do a speaking game. We take turns to name 5 things we can see. I say tree, bench, flower, bird, and cloud. She says hat, bicycle, leaf, glass, and shoe. We laugh at the strange mix of words. We do not worry about mistakes. We enjoy the game. A teacher once told me a clear tip. Practice is like a garden. You do not shout at a seed. You water it every day. You give it light. You remove the weeds. You let it grow at its own speed. I think about this when I study English. I water my practice with time and care.
I make a simple calendar for study. Monday is for listening. Tuesday is for shadowing. Wednesday is for reading. Thursday is for writing. Friday is for speaking with a friend. Saturday is for review. Sunday is for rest. This plan is not strict. It is gentle. If I miss a day, I smile and try again the next day. I also think again about the taxi ride. The driver looks into the mirror to check on us. He asks if we are okay. I say we are a little afraid. He says he will take a safe road. He keeps both hands on the wheel. He does not drive fast. He tells us to sit low and relax. I remember his calm voice. It is like a soft light in a dark room. Inside the mall, there are many colors. A child holds a balloon. A woman buys a scarf. A moving stairs moves like a slow river. The lights make a warm glow on the floor. I can still feel the fear, but I can also see the beauty of small things. Life is big enough to hold both fear and beauty at the same time. When the guard speaks to the man looks away. His hands move inside his coat. The guard steps closer. 2 more guards come from the side. They do not shout. They speak in short, clear lines. Please stop. Please show your card. Please wait here. The man tries to run, but the floor is wet from the rain on his shoes. He slips a little. The guards hold him. People watch, and then people go back to their day. That night, I list small victories. We stayed together. We asked for help. We made a plan. We left the place. We went to a public space. We told the truth many times. We trusted the helpers. These are small steps, but together they make a strong wall. I do not know the end of the police case. Life is not a movie with fast answers. But I know this: we will keep living, learning, and loving our small town and our small plans. We will be careful, and we will not let fear choose our path. I think about small details. I remember the color of the floor. I remember the soft light on the signs. I remember the smell of coffee near the gate. I remember the sound of wheels on hard ground. I remember Maya's hand holding mine. I remember the sound of my breath when I ran. I remember how the guard spoke in a strong voice. I remember how the lady brought us tea. These small things feel important. They are like little stones that build a safe path in my mind. I practice simple lines again. I can speak. I can listen. I can repeat. I can breathe. I can learn. My voice is brave. My heart is calm. My steps are small and strong. I copy the sound. I copy the speed. I copy the feeling. I speak with care. I speak with joy. I speak with hope. When you shadow English, choose short parts. Repeat them 2 or 3 times. Do not read fast. Keep a steady speed. Listen for stress. Stress is the strong beat in a word. For example, in the word today, the second part is strong. In the word airport, the first part is strong. When you copy stress, your speech sounds clear. When you copy rhythm, your speech sounds natural. Drink water, relax your shoulders, and smile a little. When you finish this story, close your eyes and say one line that you like. Keep that line with you for the day. Use it when you walk. Use it when you wait in line. Use it when you sit on a bus. Your voice will grow in quiet places, and later it will also grow in loud places. Thank you for learning with English 1314. Please like this story, share it with a friend, and subscribe to English 1314 for more simple stories and shadowing practice. See you next time.